Hello, and welcome to the Wednesday meditation at Bethany House and Garden. Today we're going to take some time in contemplative prayer. So before we get started, I'm going to explain how this will go. As we begin, I'll ask you to find a comfortable position where you're seated comfortably with your feet firmly planted to the ground and your hands can rest on your knees if that's comfortable for you, or if you have a chair, the arms of your chairs. You just don't want them kind of dangling. And then we'll start with a few deep cleansing breaths. And then we'll take some time just to notice our own breathing. And then we will quietly enter into a space where I'll ask you to repeat a word as you get distracted. So for contemplative prayer using a mantra, what we'll ask you to do is to repeat that mantra until you feel like you're able to let go of it and not be distracted by the environment surrounding you. Often people doing Christian contemplative prayer will use Father or Lord or Abba or Amma or Jesus or love, agape, a simple word, not too many syllables, not a word that you're going to get hung up on, but a word that you can just quietly use and say in your head to help you block out distractions. There isn't a right way and a wrong way necessarily to do contemplative prayer. You may find that you're distracted, and sometimes thoughts that continually pop up are important thoughts to consider. So be gentle with yourself. If a thought comes and distracts you, notice the thought and then just gently let it go and return to your mantra. And if you find a thought is continuing to bubble up over and over again, take note of it and set it aside to consider at a different time at a different time after contemplative prayer is over. I strongly encourage you to consider contemplative prayer in a setting like a garden, where you can have just the background noise of the breeze and the birds and the insects as a lovely place to connect with God as Creator God. And I will begin by walking us through the breathing and then just continue to give you gentle instructions throughout. I'll try not to be a disruptive presence myself. My intent is for us to have 5 minutes of contemplative prayer. So once we've kind of entered into a quiet space of prayer, we'll continue with about 5 minutes. So let's begin. Again, find a comfortable place to sit with your feet firm on the ground to keep you grounded. And your hands on your legs or the arms of your chair if you have arms of your chair. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable closing your eyes, or you can leave them open. I'll also walk you through just kind of a check-in to make sure that your face is soft and that your muscles are held softly, and to try to release some tension before we enter into the contemplative phase. So let's begin. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. And again, a deep breath in and blow it out. Just settle into just your normal breathing rate and just notice it. Don't try to alter it. Now I'd like you to notice the space around your eyes. Are your muscles soft? Try to soften the muscles around your eyes and release tension there. And then check in with your jaw. Maybe wiggle it around a little bit. and try to release the tension you hold there. And check in with your neck. I hold a tremendous amount of tension in my neck and my shoulders, so I'm going to roll them a little bit. I'm up high where they are when they're up in my ears and just going to let them drop. Make sure my neck's nice and soft. I'm just going to continue down my body, just checking in with different muscle groups, making sure everything's pretty softly held and comfortable. Through my sit bones, my thighs, make sure that my feet feel nice and firm to the ground, but not that I'm pushing on them. Just nice, firmly grounded. Just let things soften. Remember throughout this to just be gentle with yourself. There's no wrong way to do this. Now just take a few minutes again to think about your breathing and just notice it, and don't try to alter it. You do want to make sure that you continue breathing and you're not holding your breath throughout this. And just on an inhale, think of what your word is, and as you're exhaling, just quietly say it to yourself. And continue breathing in, and on exhale saying your word, your mantra. If you're distracted by a thought, just notice it and let it softly drift away out of your view, your mind's view, and let it go. And return to your mantra. As you find your mind stilling, you can let go of your mantra and just use it to call yourself back to a still space. Notice if there's anywhere in your body that's picking up tension and try to soften those muscles. And then return to your mantra and your still space. And now slowly come back to my voice and let go of your mantra. Breathe quietly for just a couple of seconds. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. And as you are ready, open your eyes, refocus your eyes. I hope that you gained a sense of renewal and refreshment from the time of contemplative prayer. I'd love to hear from you, to hear how it's been for you for this period of time. And I hope that as you move through your week in the coming days, that you're able to find some time to set aside for contemplation and quietness. And as always, may you find God in creation. Amen.